This little guy you see here, he isn't dancing, he's trying to kill me. Now he might look like a clown, but he's got one goal: murder. But in this video I'll show you 10 different methods to beat these bots every single time. Other than the bad quality of that clip, you can see that some of these bots, they're impossible to beat in normal combat. They hit me from 10 blocks away, there's no way you're fighting back against that. So I'll get into some methods you can use to hopefully beat them. While the rest of the techniques can be done from any game mode, the first 3 methods only apply to Hypixel Duels. This is because Hypixel Duels has a border, and this border damages players who are behind it, which is super OP but fantastic for this. The first method to beating the bot with the border is to get it stuck in your spawn point. I'm going to call the spawn point the spawn box because it's kind of a box behind where you spawn. You get it? For method 1, you basically want to stay alive until the border comes in, right? So this could be running or just trading hits with the bot. Just make sure you don't die. And once the border comes in, you can lure the bot into the spawn box and start trading hits of it. When the border comes, you'll both start taking a bit of damage. So once you're low, just run out. The bot will follow you out. So what you want to do is knock them back into the border. But boom, dead. Moving on, method 2 is very similar, but less reliable. For some reason, they absolutely love getting stuck in blocks. As you can see here, this bot here, he's just got stuck and he's just trading hits at me. All I have to do is trade hits until the border comes. Sometimes they'll stay stuck until the border kills them, but for this one, he decided to run out after me. He wanted to say hi. I just knock him back in and he's dead. The third method and the final one that's Hypixel Duels specific was found by What's IQ. It's pretty much the same, but you catch the bot inside of the spawn box and then you knock him into the border. Now method 4, it's similar to the last where they get stuck in a block and just keep them there until they disconnect. For basic bots, this is quite simple because they just stand still and hit. But for more advanced bots, they can jump and move around slightly to avoid this. A lot of the bots are programmed to punch in the middle of your head. It gives them the most reach and it's most accurate. This also means they have an unbeatable nemesis. You can maneuver yourself and the bot in a way where you can hit them, but they can't hit you. And you can do this by getting yourself in the spawn box and just start hitting them out on the outside. This one is pretty easy to beat basic bots, but some advanced bots, they have a solution now where they can run around the corner and just hit you. So it's useless with them. And then method 6 is pretty much the same, but you're on the outside of the spawn box and you catch them on the inside. It's worth noting that some of these advanced bots actually learn on their own. And they can figure out ways to beat these methods. But there's 10 methods, right? You can just keep going through all of them until you find one that works. You might be aware of Straightlining. Straightlining is an old PvP method. You get crazy combos by hugging the wall. Pretty much all of the bots on Hypixel at the moment have a mechanic built in where they stop fighting when you're out of their reach. And obviously on Hypixel, it's so easy to get out of a player's reach in a combo. Straightlining the wall is pretty simple. All you have to do is W tap, block hit, easy. Though you will often trade hits with them and sometimes get comboed yourself, so you have to be careful of that. Alright, method 9 is corner camping, which is a method of basically just getting yourself stuck in the corner of the map and fighting the bot. That's it. That's all there is to it. This only really works on some of the easier bots. And the final method is effective on the most advanced bots. These advanced bots are ones where none of the other methods consistently work on them. So you have to get them in the corner of the spawn box and spam knockback mechanics like W taps and block hitting until the bot takes enough knockback and you can get it in a combo. As they can't fight back in a combo, you can chain a lot of these hits before returning to your box and repeating. Hopefully these methods are useful not only in Hypixel boxing but other PvP game modes as well. There was those that use sort of legit looking aim, movement and auto clicking. It appears so legit that it's just undetectable by anti-cheats. But there are also bots that cheat with reach or velocity modifications and they're just impossible to beat. I wasn't playing 2 years ago, but I've seen that the limit of bots was a 3-hit combo in sumo. And now they know advanced techniques like rodding and W taps. All I'm saying, right, it's not long before they're able to beat top players.